The family of a Hanover woman and her young daughter who died in a car crash are pushing for answers.
The two died during our first major snowstorm. This was back in January. Their car slid off a road in King William County and then overturned in a pond.
At 5, we told you it took emergency crews nearly 40 minutes to get the car out of the water. Tonight, new at 6, Chantel Davis investigates another issue being raised by the family. Chantel.
Well, Kurt, Jasmine, the family is now asking, where is the guardrail? They are telling me they believe if a guardrail was on that road, Kaylee and Maddie may have survived the crash. Now they've hired a lawyer with hopes VDOT will put a guardrail on that road so something like this doesn't happen again.
It's hard. It's a grandchild that I lost that I'm trying to get through every day.
A family remains in disbelief after a tragic accident steals the life of 33-year-old Kaylee Williams and her 4-year-old Maddie. A Good Samaritan in King William County heard the crash and dialed 911. This photo of the road, taken by Virginia State Trooper and provided to the family, shows the icy conditions that day.
They run off the road right there in front of my truck, went back under that sign, and they're right there upside down.
This all happening during our area's first snowstorm back in January. In the 911 call, you can hear the caller complaining how bad the roads are and how dangerous the area is.
These roads are terrible in King William. I don't know what's going on in King William.
Crews were dispatched to the scene and initially called for a water rescue team, but en route they decided to hold off.
And then we'll give you an update if we need them.
Special Squad 2, we are holding on contacting Hanover at this time.
Kaylee and Maddie remained trapped in the car for 40 minutes. The Good Samaritan ran to get his tractor and pulled the car out of the creek, but it was too late. Maddie's dad, Brandon, too devastated to talk on camera, says in a statement, in part, quote, "I'm devastated over the loss of my daughter. I think about her every day. I hope and pray she did not suffer." Rob Curlis is Maddie's grandfather. He tells me he and his family still have a lot of questions.
That bothers me every day. 40 minutes is just, that's uncalled for.
A spokesperson from King Williams County Sheriff's Office says, though an average response time is around 8 minutes, weather conditions made it difficult for emergency crews to get to the location. I met Curlis and Maddie's dad, Brandon, at their attorney's office. They both say Etna Mills Road is too dangerous and are questioning why there are no guardrails along this rural road.
Like 30 feet, 40 feet of guardrail just to block this pond.
According to King Williams Sheriff's Office, 13 accidents have happened on this stretch in the last 5 years. Scott Fitzgerald, the Curlis' attorney, says this road should have a guardrail.
So VDOT rules call for a guardrail whenever there is a water hazard that is deeper than 2 feet, that is within 7 to 10 feet from the edge of a travel lane. And in this case, Horn Quarter Creek Pond is within that 7 to 10 feet clear zone, and it is deeper than 2 feet.
A federal report Fitzgerald shared with us reveals the bridge was last inspected in 2022. The section for guardrails reads in part, a safety feature is required and none is provided. Now again, Maddie's dad and grandfather are hoping that VDOT implement a guardrail along this road. I reached out to VDOT to ask about their process for putting in a guardrail, but I have yet to hear back from them. I'm Chantel Davis, 12 on your side.